Okay, and good day. And we are flying our Seahawk again, just grinding to get this thing up to, excuse me, where you're supposed to be with it. And let's see if we can get the right key this time while I run the attack. Drop off the bombs, change directions here, and obviously we got the and I see I forgot to change from Imperial back to metric from the last review. Okay. Sorry guys, that wasn't the intent, but we're kind of stuck with it for this review. The intent is to stay with the metric system from this point on. I've got too many viewers that are international, and 99% of the world is on a different system. So that is what it's going to be. Only this gentleman did that, and he's a bot, obviously. Never mind. Let somebody else deal with them. I've got an airfield I want to help with. And I am way too high anyway. So as you get a little lower, our engines become more effective. Well, you should take a little bit of time. The bomb reload on this is extremely quick, by the way. And I need to add a disclaimer to every video that you have seen since this special began. And that comes down to the effects of the Candy Crush special at the Holiday Road, whatever that may be. And that is that remember all those statues and stuff that you picked up while you were doing this? Well, they have a cumulative effect. You get 2% more to thrust, you get 10% more experience, you get 2% more to maneuverability, you get 2% more to cruise speed. And so everything that you see here and all the stats that I have reported need to keep that in mind. All right. Otherwise, you know, you're going to be expecting something you're not going to get. Because sooner or later the special ends up being gone. Now, did it affect anything from a competitive standpoint? Well, absolutely not. The same rules that affect my aircraft affect every other aircraft. So everybody got the 2% boost in acceleration and maneuverability. Okay. But it does have to be disclosed. You're not being honest to our good folks here at that watch the channel. And one of my subscribers brought that up, and I have not talked about it. So, that being said, it has to be talked about. And so now we have it all yes, let's see. Maybe I'll take the flaps off of it. What do you say? Okay. So this fellow's obviously Oh, how I wish I had an M61 in this series. uh, the F-94 has its own problems, but it is perhaps one of it has the best gun in the game. The M61 is, has always been one of the premier aircraft guns of all time. And nothing against anybody else's, any other nation's guns, but
Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions.
it is what it is. It is one heck of an aircraft. Anti-aircraft armament. And by the way, the Russian government agrees because they went and stuck, they use the same system themselves.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up.
And that takes nothing against anybody else.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy.
That's Lucky Breeze, heck of a good pilot. Obviously, think a lot of him, by the way, as a pilot. Okay, so yeah, it was important that, you know, I overlooked it. You know, you saw it. I'm sure you all have looked at it and saw it. Ah, it's nice. And moved on with, you know, trying to get the next aircraft so I could have something to show you. But I never brought it up.
We'll be waiting for you back home.
And bad upon me. I'm gonna own that one. I should have brought it up, and that. But this is a retroactive notice that every game that you see with the during this time period is getting 2% more to maneuverability, 2% more to cruise speed, 10% more experience. Those are just the pilot experience or something. Okay, so we got the famous drop to desktop, crash to desktop, right after we won the game and began to transition back to the main screen. If you've played this game often enough, you've seen it before. This is something that's out of my control. I don't have a whole lot to be able to say about it. What we're going to do here, we'll talk about the sculptures, 10% to aircraft experience. Cruise speed and maneuverability and hit points are what come up out of this, and those all have to be considered in any video that you have of mine that is reviewing it during these Operation Holiday Maneuvers. You have to take that into account. I did not do so before, and that is to my discredit. I am going to humbly ask that you forgive me for it. I really should have brought that up, and I did not. You know, it's just one of those things you're chasing off to the next plane. You know, I'm always looking for new content to bring to you, show you new planes, show you new experiences, give you the evaluations on the new aircraft. That's what everybody enjoys. That's what everybody seems to comment most on is about my reviews of the aircraft. And I strive to do that in my haste to bring new aircraft to you, and we have brought a lot of aircraft to you during this holiday period that they've had up. I forgot to mention it, so that's bad on me. This serves as the notice that when you see the candy cane bar up there in Holiday Maneuvers, that you have to take that into account. All right, so I've outlined what it is so that you know. We crashed the desktop. There is nothing for experience, silver, or review to give you, how many aircraft I shot down, how many times I was destroyed, so forth and so on. I can't tell you. That's a World of Wargame bug that they've had that really seems to have intensified during the Holiday Maneuvers period. So that's out of my control. Remember to like the video, to subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can do so on the main channel page. Upper right hand button is a Patreon link. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.